Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Jackson NFL. My name is Jackson. I post daily football content on this channel. You guys know I'm a big Packers fan, and so I had to hop on a Romeo Doubs video. This guy is impressing so much in camp right now that there's even talks he's going to outperform Christian Watson. He might be Rookie of the Year. Like, there is just so much hype right now around Romeo, and I actually can't wait. I can't wait. Was drafted out of Nevada. Kind of fell a little bit in the draft because of a pre-draft injury, but he's currently on the Packers. He is extremely physical. He's fast. He has great hands, and he just in general makes plays. But it's a little bit deeper than that. My favorite part about Romeo is who he is. And I was listening to, actually before we get into it, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I was listening to the Locked On Packers podcast, and I forget the host's name, but he was kind of talking about, Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, Devontae Adams. Like, you think about these OG Packers receivers, Randall Cobb. They're very, personable, hardworking, good people. And there was some lady who covered football for Nevada last season, and she was on the podcast, and she had nothing but praise for Romeo. And so I saw a comment somewhere on his highlight reel, and it was this. Thompson announced that shift in draft strategy years ago. They want smart, high-character players. It's high on the priority list. Just think of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers recently, I feel like, has gotten a little bit more credit, but it felt like there was a good portion of time where Aaron Rodgers wasn't, really given the praise and respect that he deserved just because he only won one Super Bowl back in 2010. Aaron Rodgers to me is actually, I think he's a very smart guy. I think he's a very, very smart guy. But Romeo is perfectly what Green Bay looks for, especially with wide receivers. Team first players. Team first players. Guys where it's not me this, me that, blah, blah, blah. Living in Green Bay, I've only been to Green Bay a handful of times. I live here in Chicago. Every time I've been in Green Bay, it's a nice kind of small town, very personable, very community-centric vibe, and I absolutely loved it. But there are a lot of players, there are a lot of people where Green Bay isn't going to necessarily suit them. Aaron Rodgers fits Green Bay perfectly. I think back to, the glory days, Donald Driver, Clay Matthews, A.J. Hawk, Charles Woodson. They seemed like they would love a town like Green Bay. And so I think it is very exciting that Romeo, from what I've heard of him, he's extremely quiet. He's very to himself. You have to kind of peel the layers. He has a lot to offer as a person, obviously, but he's not just going to go all in trust-wise right away. You have to build that trust. It reminds me very much of Aaron Rodgers. Apparently, Romeo is an extremely genuine person. He's been through a lot in his upbringing, and he actually used to play quarterback. He's been through a lot, and he's really focused on football, and I think he is exactly, as a Packers fan, what I'm looking for. When I think of just a perfect player, you think of an Odell Beckham Jr. Does Odell, Odell can't live in Green Bay, blah blah blah. You don't have this issue with Romeo, you don't have this issue with Al Lazard, you don't have this issue with the guys they have currently. So I think that the culture is absolutely phenomenal, and like I said, man, I've been preaching this. If the Packers were worried about the wide receiver position, if they were worried about their personnel, their talent level, they would have made a move. But it's guys like Romeo Doubs, who's just stepping up right now in camp, that is making me feel like, yeah, I'm really not worried about our wide receiver room whatsoever. Like I said, if they need to do something, they'll do something. But I'm feeling very good. A good guy who can get separation. That's something that I feel like the Packers some wide receivers have struggled with the last 5 years or so. Not everybody, obviously, but I'm absolutely amped, man. I'm absolutely amped. So that's it for today. Most importantly, go ahead, drop a comment down below. What are your thoughts on Romeo? Do you think he's going to have a big impact this season? I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped a 1,000-yard plus season and actually ended up winning NFC Rookie of the Year. So that's it for today, or Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's it for today. Hit the like button, hit that sub button. Peace.